Thanks for tuning back in. I'm Tommy Campbell, still bald, still in my basement, and still laughing at the prospect of the defeated former president serving his second term in prison. The Justice Department is charging former President Donald Trump with 7 crimes, and the right-wing media is doing everything they can to assure his base of red hat window lickers that Trump's a victim, and this is all just a trick to distract us from the real bad guy, Joe Biden. Select all images with Donald Trump's decorative skills. Check, 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 verify. Merrick Garland is a man of few words, but he did say no one is above the law in this country. And on the eve of Trump's birthday, he'll be taking a golf cart to federal court, and he won't be able to shout his way out of this one. I'll be mocking Trump, talking the charges, the unsealed indictment, his fate, and more. But first, this.
Right. I'm still betting on Michelle Obama that she's going to be the one that surfaces at the end. I think a bunch of stuff is being orchestrated, but regardless.
I think you might be right about that, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, somebody inexperienced.
Guilfoyle went full Guilfoyle. She looks like when an 8-year-old gets into mom's makeup. I mean, this is next level stuff. Was she touring the Revlon factory when they had an explosion and then just went straight to her green screen to patch into this Alaska disaster? This Michelle Obama will be a nominee thing, it's not going to happen. They already have a winner. They don't need her to enter the arena. Obama gave Joe a medal. He's not going to make him go up against the former first lady. It is pouring MAGA tears. We are talking biblical stuff here. Fill your cup, have a seat, and enjoy, because I'm about to tear into all the latest and stupid and more. Ted Cruz's Backpages discount side piece tweeted, "President Trump is an innocent man caught in a witch hunt that no American should have to go through. This sham indictment has proven once and for all that there is no low these people won't stoop to stop Trump." Naturally, I replied, I'm thinking we probably shouldn't believe the sharp-chinned bikini car wash reject in window-pane glasses who hopped on a follow-up 911 call to cover for her ankle monitor-wearing husband and pretend it's all good in drunky Domesticville.
I was hesitant to make a statement about the indictment of GOP frontrunner Donald Trump, but I think now is the time for all of MAGA at 3 p.m. Eastern to join in a show of solidarity and throwing hamburgers at your wall. So you stand with the bone spurs by launching a Big Mac at a wall. It will be messy, but it's the best thing for you and your country. Can I get a bump?
For the first time in history, a former president has been indicted on federal charges. You know when they say don't make a federal case about it? That's because a federal case is a really big deal. Crack that seal, baby. The indictment says former U.S. President Donald Trump is facing 37 charges of mishandling national secrets and conspiring to obstruct justice. 31 counts related to withholding national defense information, 1 count against Trump for each document he was alleged to have kept in his possession, 5 counts related to concealing possession of classified documents, counts of conspiracy to obstruct justice and withholding documents and records levied against Trump and aide Walt Noda. Noda, who cares? Lock him up. 2 false statements related to statements to the FBI by Mr. Trump and aide Walt. Trump's the only president to be impeached twice, and the document alleges he stored scores of boxes of classified documents in various rooms throughout Mar-a-Lago in several spots, including a ballroom, a bathroom, and a shower. I guess he chose the bathroom and the shower because he uses neither. Trump took to Truth Social, where it looks like he hired Mike Lindell's AV team to make this video.
Very sadly, we're a nation in decline, and yet they go after a popular president, a president that got more votes than any sitting president in the history of our country, by far.
Popularity has nothing to do with the law. R. Kelly, Josh Duggar, Tiger King, these were all very popular people. Among some, and they're very much jailed. The law does not care about popularity, like being a celebrity may get you out of a speeding ticket, not espionage, you sweet potato-headed dingleberry.
So I just want to tell you, I'm an innocent man. I did nothing wrong, and we will fight this out just like we've been fighting for 7 years. It would be wonderful if we could devote our full time to making America great again, and that's exactly what we did, but now
devote full time to making America great again. You were a full-time golfer. That's it. Thank you. I see every tip that comes through, from pennies to dollars. They are hugely appreciated and help make this show possible. If you love what I do here and you can afford to help out, throw me a buck with the PayPal link in the pinned comment or drop me a super thanks. Trump allegedly withheld documents related to military capabilities of the United States in foreign nations. Wow. You know, Biden and Pence, they both mistakenly were in possession of documents and immediately returned them. Trump was a different story. He kept his on purpose, even after being subpoenaed for all remaining records in his possession that were marked as classified. He even made up some nonsense about being able to hover over them, like some slow orange genie, when there's now a transcript where Trump admits he retained secret military info that he had not declassified.
It's true, I personally helped pack them all. Melanie doesn't touch me, and Ivanka's just a fantasy like electronic cars and insulin. Totally going through those was the only way I could honestly tell my golf buddies that I had my tiny hand in a box all morning.
This is really cool.
Trump attempted to persuade an attorney to hide documents from a federal grand jury. Trump then misled Trump Attorney 1 by moving boxes that contained classification markings so that Trump Attorney 1 wouldn't find the documents. I cannot stress enough, this is not just about the crime, it's the cover-up. He knew what he had, and he deliberately held onto it. Why did he keep these, though? Why did he keep them? Why didn't he want to give them back? Well, the good news is, Donald, you probably won't need to worry about a diaper in prison because you'll probably have an inmate number 5 plug. I'm sure there's going to be a few fellows that'll eventually want to change it up from getting creative with Elmer Rhodes' empty socket.
ES&S. They're the hometown boys out of Omaha, Nebraska. But their parts are made where? Other places. They're not all made here. There's China parts, there's everywhere parts. There's China parts, there's everywhere parts.
For Trump products, it's made in Turkey, made in China. Mike's own sheets are made in Egypt, which is just some sweet MAGA irony. But I'd love to see that made in everywhere stamp. Everywhere parts, made in everywhere.
Wow, guys, I've gone full Scarface to tweet with extra confidence because social media posts will prove his innocence, okay? We cannot allow him to go to prison. The only positive that could possibly come out of this, Ivanka gets super sad, crying, totally open to something she's never done before, ever, okay? It is time to spend time with your brother, okay? I will just get close to you enough that I can smell your hair and then package that and store it in my wank bank. So when I'm with Guilfoyle, that's like a makeup lab explosion survivor, Newsom sloppy seconds. She's more Katara than Katara, okay? I've had enough of this. The espionage, the corruption, we're just trying to make America great again.
Tuesday, June 13th, the day before Trump turns a svelte 77, he'll be in federal court. And right now, the Secret Service and other agencies are figuring out how to keep it all safe for themselves and those around, as Trump's rhetoric is the usual warfare, fight, fight, fight. And the last time he dog whistled, well, we had an insurrection.
Alex here, still in the bunker with Marjorie again. Good dude. My blonde meat swamp has been splitting her time between pretending to work. I mean, like, come on. We all know she just, like, shows up and shouts at people and spews nonsense for $175K a year. But I can relate to that. I do the same thing, just a little louder for a little more money. You know, I mean, I'm broke, right? Yeah, I got no money. I'm broke. I'm broke. This week, MTG really needed to unload since she broke up with Steve Bannon. She is totally done with him. And to put their relationship to rest, I had a life-size piñata of Stevie B 3D printed and strung up in the garage for her to obliterate and to fully disrespect him. And as much as it pains me to suggest it, for this exercise, and for this exercise only, I will be outside the locked door with my chunder bucket while the blonde meat swamp takes their socks off. Oh. This way she can pummel Bannon's Star Wars-looking Emperor face with her warm-curdled milk and Costco hot dog burp-smelling feet, striking his triple shirts with toes so twisted they look like the wandering roots of an oak tree that's been used by every Chihuahua in the neighborhood. But when Pinata Bannon is fully decimated, the Georgia Gremlin has permission to return to the main bunker as long as she covers the extra chunky mayo sarlacc pit-skinned, great value partially dehydrated 7 reject bin sausage toes. Or I will have you on a boxcar to Florida to do dinner theater with Scott Baio, because what is the rule, MTG?
The socks stay on.
The socks stay on.
Looks like the eastern side of North America was sponsored by Cheech and Chong. Every year, the fires get bigger and burn longer. Forest fires and smoke, they don't care about borders. Smoke from forest fires in Washington, Oregon, and California make it to Canada, and smoke from Canada makes it to the USA. Of course, there are endless posts from MAGA protesting the smoke, trying to send it back. The thing is, if you told them the smoke was actually from a huge NRA convention where they're just firing off a bunch of guns, they'd be choking and cheering for more.
It's just disgusting. You have this attorney general that was in Arizona that he actually did put his nunchucks out and said, remember that video on Twitter going, I'm going after these election crime.
They are called nunchucks, not numchucks. And every kid in the 80s thought they would be the most lethal thing a human could own. When I was 10, I sawed a broomstick and used a chain from an old lamp to make a set. My parents were thrilled, but at least I knew what my DIY ninja fighting weapon was called. This guy numbed his brain a long time ago. Oh, here comes dangerous Tommy Campbell with his sweepy lamp martial arts weaponry. His podcast and jokes are stupid. MAGA Tears. Take it, you're a demo rat. Clown emoji. MAGA Tears. Latinos para Trump 2024. Great to be a MAGA man. MAGA Tears. Or maybe you prefer Brandon Light. MAGA Tears. Thanks so much for watching. Help me out by joining us in the comments, sharing this video with a friend, and following me on social media. I am a one-man show here, from script to screen, the editing, even the graphics. Please throw me a tip with the easy PayPal link, or hit that super thanks button, and be sure to check out my mugs that go great with those MAGA Tears. I am a stand-up comedian. I've played in 35 countries, and I've toured with Jim Jefferies for nearly 10 years. I have 3 albums and a brand new EP from my opening set on Jim's latest Netflix special. You can stream these on Spotify, Apple Music, or catch them on SiriusXM. Thanks for helping me make this show possible. Life's short. Be cool, be kind, take care.